Yeah, I will do my job.
All right, thank you, Bernie. I
What
appreciate
job?
that. Job of making sure we're live.
I'm doing it.
Okay, thank you, Bernie. I
You're,
appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Uh,
Oh, I almost forgot what you were called.
what? Who called?
Yes, you're live.
Who called?
I said I almost forgot who you were called.
What?
Old man.
Shut up, Eric. How dare you, son of a bitch. You're exiled. Hey, the show's RPGrinders. We're live. Not quite started the show yet. We're waiting for Breakman to get on in, but we're going to have a heck of a show. Not a ton of news, but enough to keep us afloat. Is that
Oh yeah,
Sinful Pleasures Indie Gala bundle the same one as last week, Eric?
yeah. It's
Okay.
still active for like a couple more days.
Okay. All right. Um, let's
I need
see.
to add to my stinkos.
Yeah, I have a few stinkos tonight. We're gonna have a great.
The International Chess Association, or what the fuck it's called.
Oh, I saw that. And what does it matter in chess? I don't understand. Chess is
It barely mattered when it was any other sport.
I mean, it. Okay, I can almost see the argument, Eric. If you're, because like men are like in general, men are physically bigger than women, and that may give you a physical advantage. I
In
guess.
certain respects, but
Yeah,
not every
I
respect.
know, I know, but listen to what I'm saying, Eric. I mean, I
But it doesn't matter since you're in a competition. The idea is to compete. Whoever is better, more skilled opponent will win over someone else,
yeah, but
regardless of the
I
situation.
totally agree with you, and I understand that, Eric. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna make an argument, what's up, Freak Five? Nice to have you in
Also, who's
chat.
more determined is also an important
No,
factor.
I understand, Eric, but what I'm telling you is like the physical nature of men overall is men are generally speaking, men are bigger than
But this
women.
is the excuse they use to exclude women from the military.
I know, Eric, but listen to what I'm telling you before you jump off the deep end here. I'm just saying I can understand the argument. It doesn't mean I agree with the argument. Do you see what I'm
And
saying?
they were being disingenuous from us from the beginning, anyways, because of this shit.
Yeah, I know, but
It was never about fairness. It was always about keeping people down.
yeah, I agree, and you know I agree with you. But I'm saying, if you want to make an argument, you can possibly make the physical argument, right? But a game like chess, where there's no physicality whatsoever, there's no argument to be made. Either you're intellectually better than the other person, or you're not at chess. And sometimes it's not about being intellectually superior. It's about memory recollection on other games, because there's never been a chess game that hasn't already been played out in history, right, Eric? So you have to uh, go deep into your memory banks, into different chess games and how they were played out before you even begin to best your opponent. You know what I mean? So it makes zero sense. That there's no argument there. I mean, either you're a better chess player than the other one, or you're not. The end. And sometimes inferior chess
And
players.
if you want to argue like intellectual superiority as a biological advantage, you're basically saying trans women are men and men are inherently superior
No,
to
no,
biological women
that's not the. Yeah, exactly. You're right.
or
That's right.
assigned women at birth. I mean,
Right. That you're absolutely right. There is no. I mean, men and women are equals when it comes to intelligence overall. There's no advantage either way. You know what I'm saying? Like overall, the quotient isn't. I don't think it's even a question. It's
and even if one were superior over the other, my argument about like doesn't matter. Like pit them against each other, see what
That's what
happens.
I'm
And
that exactly, and that's the argument I just made, Eric. Is even if you are intellectually superior, a lot of it is memory recollection of previous battles in
or
chess.
knowing how to trip up your opponent so
Yeah,
they fuck up.
that's exactly right. Some people buckle under pressure, right? So you could be intellectually superior to the person across you, but that person may have a propensity to buckle under pressure, and the person that's less intellectually superior might have that advantage over that person. So it kind of even things out. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a question of physicality. So I don't. I mean, that's just such a stupid argument for the International Chess Organization to even be
At the end of
contemplating
the
that.
day, I think what the audience wants matters, and what the audience wants is an entertaining
I
match or
agree.
game or whatever.
I agree 100%. Like I wouldn't want to see a basketball game with men versus women because I don't believe like in the NBA like the male athletes. I'm not saying they're superior, but how many women NBA stars can dunk a basketball as opposed to male basketball players? It's just the way that it is, right? Not very many women can dunk. I'm not saying they all can't dunk, because there are certainly women that are capable of it. But to win a game, and like if you pitted NBA players versus WNBA players, I don't think it would be close. And these are the best women in the world at basketball. I'm not saying that there aren't anomalies, that there certainly are women that can play at a very, very high level, but I don't think they could play in the NBA at the level that the NBA players can play.
There's
But
also evolution to consider. It's like maybe over time women will become physically
that's
stronger than men.
absolutely 100% correct. There may be, I don't know, 2,000 years in the future, or a million years, or whatever, Eric, if the planet is still around and we're still around. I mean, there may be a point in time when the women are much better. That there's no doubt about that. If you're just joining it, we're having a little bit of a discussion before we get on to the show. We're waiting for Breakman to join. The show's RPGrinders, and we're gonna have a heck of a show for you guys today, up to and including.
But well, like they're banning trans women, but like banning trans men can't be too far behind either.
Yeah, it's stupid. I chess, really? Come on, man. I mean, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just stupid. Let me see if I got anything from Break.
I just think that all current organizations for any kind of like sporting league ever, I think they should all be burned down.
Hey,
At this
can you?
point.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I mean,
Start over,
maybe. Um,
hire a complete new body of people to be the educators,
Eric, can you put in your?
as well as people in charge of making the
Can you,
decisions.
Eric? Can you put in your stinkos before I forget? Twitter, or I'm sorry, X.
Oh yeah,
getting rid of the ban thing.
he's not gonna do it because he's gonna have to walk
Wait,
it back because
Can you just put?
there are multiple issues already cropping up because of this announcement.
Can you?
They'd be violating Apple's terms of service for one, and then they'd have to remove the platform, or the app from the platform.
I know.
And he's not gonna want
Can
that.
you just put it in your stinkos and we'll discuss later, Eric?
I'm just gonna put X in quotes because I refuse to call it.
Yeah, I know. It's so dumb. It's Twitter. Um, let's see. Let's see if Break is here. I didn't see anything in my messages, so he must be around. What? You okay?
I'm about ready to fucking murder this chick.
Who? Ellie?
I told her what to do, but she's not listening. I told her she has to call that car people,
Okay. We'll discuss later. Sorry.
and she didn't.
I'm about ready to start the show, sweetheart. I'm sorry. All right.
I need to like. All I've been doing when I've been going to the grocery store is wearing a cloth mask. I haven't bothered to buy an N95.
Well, N95 is just if you're worried of catching, I mean, if you don't want others to get whatever you may have caught, then, cloth mask is okay.
The only reason I even consider doing that is because I work in an environment where there's other people involved.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why my Steam.
Trying to get a hold of Break. He's there, but not there. I don't know what's going on here.
The screen kind of like froze, even though I had turned off the machine.
Let's see if I can get.
I'm gonna turn it off properly this time.
Okay. Let me see if I can get Break on the line here. Call. Come on. Also, there was an update to Skype. I don't know if you.
Oh, no
updated.
wonder it's installing updates. It tends to fuck up whenever that happens.
Breakman, are you there?
Yep.
Right on. All right. I think I got everything in line here. Everybody ready to go? Are you ready to go, Break?
What?
Are you ready to go? You got all your links, etc.
No, I got nothing ready.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm dealing with an issue.
Oh, it's okay. You all right, man? You need a minute, or?
No, my girlfriend just called me from CVS, and a strange dog jumped in her car.
Oh boy!
Congratulations,
So,
you got a
no
new
travel
dog.
Tags, the vet's closed, the shelters are closed, and she has a strange dog, so I might have to leave and help her at some point.
Okay. No worries. So I guess we should
She's
start.
got
I need to tell you, like, months ago, like, there was like a cat that was around the apartment complex that decided to wait until my door was open and I wasn't looking to walk in my apartment, and I had to chase it out. and I couldn't. So what I did was I just cornered it into a section of the apartment, and then I picked it up and just yeeted it outside.
It wanted you to adopt it, Eric. That's what happened there. I think you need a cat, Eric. That'd be
I'm
cool.
allergic to cat hair.
Oh, you are? Shit.
Depending on the species.
Gotcha.
You
All right.
Get hairless pets.
Yeah, you can get a hairless one.
They weren't hairless, and I wasn't gonna make it hairless.
All right. You guys ready to go? Let's see
Plus
how
it would
much.
grow back anyways.
Yes.
Let's
I
see how
think so.
much we can get in before a break has to go to
I know.
dog apocalypse.
And plus, racing an animal is expensive.
Depends, man. It's not that bad. All right, Eric, you ready?
It is
It
once
can
I
be
start getting
expensive.
sick and shit.
Yeah, well, that's true. It can be
It's-
expensive.
But it's also rewarding at the same time, because a pet, like, if you've got a good relationship with a pet, they're a family member. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I totally wish I could get a dog or a cat or both right now, but just not possible. All right. You ready, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
All right, break. You ready?
She's called me.
Oh,
You can start show. I'm gonna put you on mute.
okay, no problem. All right, here we go. And welcome, everybody, to RPGrinders episode 754. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, and at least for the time being, Breakman the Bold.
Nope, it's done. Crisis is solved.
Oh, what happened? What happened with the...
Okay, so to catch everybody up who's listening now,
Yes.
my girlfriend was at a local CVS when she was her car was invaded by a mysterious dog with no collar or leash, and the animal shelters and the vet are closed. She did find one of the neighbors who said that they're gonna take care of it, though.
Oh, well, that's cool. Right on. And so you don't have to adopt another dog today, Blake.
Well, like I got cats here, like, so if I was to adopt another dog, like, I don't know, like, it'd have to be friendly with cats, it'd have to be friendly with my dog.
Yeah.
Does it have shots? Does it have fleas? Like, there are a billion questions.
Oh, yeah. You definitely have to quarantine until you got all that sorted out, you know.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Crisis averted. That's what we want to hear, Break, you know. No problems. So good.
Yep.
I was gonna say ship it off to Eric. You know, that'd have been perfect. But you know.
Yeah, get a little dog. If you can't have cats, get a little dog.
Yeah, a little dog would be all right. Like maybe a little Chihuahua or Pomeranian, or you know, I don't know, Maltese. Maltese are pretty great animals actually. But
Hey, what kind of dog was it that our neighbors had? Sorry, I'll be back.
that's all right. Okay, Eric, you ready to get on to the news?
Yes.
Let's do it.
RPG News.
All right, Eric, you are up.
This is from RPG site. Free-to-play pixel art tactical RPG Sword of Convalaria launches later this year for mobile devices and PC. So that means it's probably gonna have gacha.
Of course,
Or
it has
like
gacha.
more microtransactions or something.
Yeah, of course. I mean, when I hear sort of convoluted
Also,
names,
the name of the company is XD Games, which I am going to assume is an old ass emoticon from the 2000s.
I mean, it looks cool, but I mean, can we just get past this quote unquote free to play bullshit and just
Yeah,
charge?
just let me pay up front and never have to worry about anything else.
Yeah, I
afterwards.
agree, man. Like just it was that way.
Or do like the Game Pass thing where you're paying a monthly fee.
Yeah, or you can do that.
That's what Apple Arcade does.
I kind of would prefer a yearly thing, which you can do, with either system.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, I free to play. Like, I mean, there are some games that are rewarding. I know Break was playing that Final Fantasy game for the longest without ever having to pay even a penny, and that's cool. I mean, like I've been playing Marvel Puzzle Quest for how long now? I think it's been at least three years. Somewhere around there, and maybe even more. Actually, it'd be way more than that. But still, like
They got Yasumi Matsuno to promote this game somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks cool, looks good, but damn, man, it's this free to play nonsense, man. I mean,
There's a Chinese developer, I think.
Yeah, this it's a trend that I don't like, and it's been going on for years, and I don't. Is it as successful? It's got to be fairly successful. I mean, we hear stories every week about free to play games. So I mean, how many free to play games have lost viability after like the first year or so? I guess it's just make as much money as you possibly can in the first year or two, and then the rest is who cares. You know what I mean?
Most of those games don't even last a year, I think. It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
they start this out, and if they don't get a following soon enough, they're done.
Yeah, yeah, and that's I mean, and then the ones that are quote unquote successful, they're never around. I mean, how many games have you known? I mean, I named one. It was Marvel Puzzle Quest, but that was built on the back of Marvel characters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could see something like Final Fantasy, keeping things going for a long time and shit like that. But if you're a new property like this, how long is it gonna last? It's just I don't know. All right,
we're banking off the name of the developer. That's
yeah, on this one, yeah, for sure. All right, from one free-to-play game to another, Breakman.
Coming to us live from RPG site, free-to-play side-scroller RPG Astra Knights of Veda launches in late 2023 for PC and mobile devices. Okay, there you go.
It's got a very Odin Sphere looking art style.
Yeah, I wanted to show the trailer, but for some reason my computer is like not allowing me to look at almost anything for some dumb reason. Oh, there it just went.
It has
Holy shit.
PvP battles in it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I was looking at it. It does have, like what Eric said, like an Odin Sphere, like Vanillaware kind of vibe to it, which I totally dig that. I mean, I love that. I'm surprised. Are some of the people from Vanillaware deflect and go to this company, Eric? Because
Nah, I don't think so.
After we just spent like how many minutes dissing a free-to-play game, this one seems interesting to us.
No,
This
it
is
does
a Korean
just.
one.
I know, yeah, I know, but I mean, the artwork just looks really good, man. I mean, it looks fantastic. I mean, it's. I don't know if the game's gonna be any good. I mean, but if it's anything like Vanillaware games, I mean, it looks just
It does look good, yeah.
really, really good. I mean,
I think this. Wait. No, this has nothing to do with Astra Ascending, although I thought it almost did for some reason.
I mean, if they're giving us a free-to-play game that we don't have to buy anything, then I mean, we can truly beat the game like a normal video game.
If you don't mind waiting, like having to have your stamina bar recharge, or to completely resist temptation to buy gems or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't mind the stamina wait. That's Final Fantasy that you mentioned before had that, and I was fine with it.
Yeah.
I still got to play a lot.
Of
Yeah.
course, they could always do the
Like
Mega
it
Man
also
X
gets
dive
bonus.
route of doing an offline version later that you have to pay for.
I wouldn't mind that. I mean, just let me pay $20 for the game. I'll buy it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, why isn't there an option like that? It's people who want to do the free to play and they just want to maybe pay for like DLC and stuff like that.
Yeah, just give me all the content for like a lump sum.
Want to just buy it and have the whole fucking game?
I agree.
Be able to do it.
I totally agree. You know what
they
game?
want as much money as they possibly can get before they do something like that.
Yeah, of course.
I think they're going about it wrong, but these companies know they think they know the most. They know the best.
Well, I mean, if like we were just talking about, I mean, after a year, most of them are gone, or less than a year. I mean, like I said, I think it's just a money grab. They really should just think about things and just put out their game for, retail price at the beginning. Let all the early adopters take most of that money, give most of that money, which there's always early adopters, right? And then discount the game accordingly and wait for cheapos like me and Breakman. And there you go, All right, next story comes to us if, my shit will cooperate.
It comes to us someday.
Yeah, it comes to us one day. From RPGsite.net, being trapped in hell with anime is a good thing, actually. Hands-on with Freaked Flea Pit.
It goes in depth. The name of the game is Flea Pit.
Right.
Say what now?
Freaked Flea Pit. And this is for
Say that 5 times fast.
Oh, man. I wouldn't be able to do it. So I mean, it looks pretty cool. There's no video on it. It's kind of
like a Crypto the Next Adventure, but you're in an office building.
Yeah, I would play.
Hell or something.
I think I would play this on the Switch.
That's
if
a
it
bit
came on
redundant.
Switch.
An office building in hell.
Oh, so it is just hell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. I mean, I like it. The art style is kind of quirky and cool, but I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Although there's this picture that says Bellboy, so I guess it's both an office building and a hotel.
I guess. Okay.
Helltel?
Helltel? Yeah, Helltel. As always, the women are always, big-breasted and,
Oh, this one's actually kind of small on this picture here.
Scantily clad and all that, although there are a couple of pictures with there are furries in it, too, I guess, if you're into that, so... All right. I mean, I'm down for a game that's played in hell. So if this comes out for like the Switch or something, I might pick it up. So there you go. But it's PC only coming up. So
at least for now.
For now, yeah. All right, Eric.
From RPG Site, we've got Titan Quest 2 has been announced for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and X, S, and PC. Was Titanfall 1 any, or Titan Quest any good? I heard it was okay.
All right.
But like, if you played it on Switch, it had performance problems.
Well, of course it did. You know what I saw today at Best Buy, guys? Tears of the Kingdom themed Switches. OLED switches. I was like, man, if I had the money.
Like, you can get that game at mono price for like $45 right now.
What, Tears?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, man. If I had 45, I would definitely get it. I'll talk about it later, but
yeah, right. Anyways, let's see. It was just really an announcement. So there are some key features like which is basically just, if you play Titan Quest, it's the same thing. More of that.
Yeah. Well, I never played Titan Quest.
I'm not sure if the original Titan Quest had online multiplayer, because this one's pulling it as a bullet point.
Absolutely no gameplay, which I hate. So, Freak 5 says, I'm thinking about buying...
There's screenshots that show gameplay.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking about buying the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. Yeah, if they'll support that game longer than they did Friday the 13th. I don't think there's rights.
That wasn't their fault. They lost the license. They wanted to support it.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, Firewatch was on Game Pass like a couple months ago, and now it's back on there.
Yeah, Titan Quest 2 screenshots look pretty good. I mean, it's
Oh, they even have a giant enemy crab that you can fight.
Yeah, I got that up on screen right now. It looks good. I mean, that looks good. I'd like to see it.
Probably better than Genji still.
Yeah. All right. What else we got? Not the size of the processor that matters.
Somebody tells me this is the game that Titan Quest 1 should have probably been.
Yeah. All right. Who did that story? Did I do that story? I guess. Eric, I think it's your turn.
No, I did Titan Quest. So
Oh, okay.
It's
So
my turn. Coming to us live from RPG site. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name will include a demo for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. The man who erased his name, this could be a name of a game by itself. Like, goddamn.
I know.
Whoever came up with Like a Dragon should just name everything because they are good at it.
Yeah, it's really good, man. It's sort of like the James Bond movies, you know, like each one
Another
has.
title, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Like, they are so good at naming games. They need to. Every Japanese
I
company.
still find it weird that the Like a Dragon games aren't using numbers in the West for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
7 left the number out, and this one's leaving the number out, or not this one, but the next game.
These games are really good. These are Yakuza games, and the Yakuza games in general just pretty fantastic. Hung like a dragon, Freak 5 says.
This game will be out on November 9th for the everything except for the Switch.
Freak 5, I'd like to tell you that I purchased a used copy of Diablo 3. So if you want to hit me up, my PSN's Fun ET Man with the M capitalized at the end, and the E and T are also capitalized.
All right.
As well as the F. That's very specific because Sony's weird like that. You can't change it once you fuck up like that.
Yeah. I mean, this is standard Yakuza territory here, but so good. I mean,
I don't have Freak on that PSN. I don't know what to look up.
This is
I typed in Freak and I got like a ton of different people with Freak in their name.
Freak 5 says 3 or 4. I don't know what you're talking about.
3, didn't I?
Oh, okay. Dragon from Mulan.
I must have cut out at some point.
Mishu, I think is what you're talking about, Breakman. All right.
Oh yeah, his name.
What am I doing? Oh, okay. That's the video for it. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next story from RPGsite.net. Fallout-inspired RPG Spacework launches October 10th for PC. Early access trailer, so I'm going to play the trailer here. Paris Entertainment, Latvia. Wow. I wish it would have said Latveria just for, the Marvel fans out there. Base Duo announces the official release date of their hardcore post-apocalyptic...
Or you could have said Latria for the Dark Demon Souls fans.
I could have did that too. Latria. Hardcore post-apocalyptic RPG Space Wreck. After almost a year in Steam Early Access, where the game has accumulated a very positive rating with 86% of players leaving positive reviews, the retro space adventure will see a full launch on October 10th, 2023, just in time to mark the 26th anniversary of the original release of Fallout, game that serves as the main inspiration. You can definitely tell there's a original...
Yeah, with the bad Photoshop artwork that looks like crap.
Yeah. Just making sure my copy of 3 is on disc, Freak 5 says, but my PS5 is digital only. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, there you go. So Space Wreck looks pretty cool. I mean, if you like the Fallout. What are you doing? I'm doing a show here, sweetheart. Sorry. I'll look at that later, I promise. All right. And then the last story, Eric.
Don't you still have a PS4 though? That's all I'm saying.
Who? Oh, it's Chaos Freak 23. There you go.
Chaos Freak 23.
Yeah, get that down. All right, Eric. Last story.
Hold on a second.
One Mississippi.
Everhood Eternity Edition is launching for PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox Series S, X, and Xbox One on September 28th. Publisher Blitworks and developer Foreign Gnomes. It previously released for Nintendo Switch and PC in 2021, but I guess they're adding some extra content to this release. Anyways, this is a weird musical action RPG, which looks like it's a weird blend between Undertale and I guess even a little bit of Earthbound and
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Or a Guitar Man.
Yeah.
That's probably more accurate.
It looks good. I mean, I'd give it a. I hope they have a demo. That'd be really cool. I'd check it out for sure. Freak5 says, and Morgan Freeman voice, Frank didn't look at it later. Yeah. I will look at it later. I promise. All right. If I promise Bernie something, Freak, I follow through. No doubt. Right, Bernie?
Yes.
She's like, yes. And no, I don't have her at gunpoint either. So fuck you guys. I already know what you're going to say. All right. No homie discounts this week. The Sinful Pleasures IG bundle is still going on right now.
With the funniest title in that bundle called My Childhood Friend is a Slutty School Teacher.
I know. I love that title.
Some of those titles are fucking badass, man. Like Fuckfest was one of them or something.
I wonder if the story is about you courting her so that she doesn't hit on the students like a sexual predator.
I don't know. I'll let you know because I bought that bundle. It was only, $5? I mean, some of them are like ridiculous, like $3, and you get like so much content. It's unbelievable. So I'll let you know. I'll read it and let you know. All right, let's move on to what we've been playing.
Inquiring minds want to know.
All right, Breakman, what you been playing?
All the same stuff, really. More Borderlands. I think I'm about a quarter to a third of the way through the game. The game is freaking huge. I think it's bigger than the first two games combined.
Wow.
It's big.
I remember Borderlands 1 being pretty big.
Yeah, they're pretty big. But some of these maps are just huge fucking maps. Take hours to get through. Also, Rogue Stormer's still just leveling up because it takes fucking forever. Just gain one goddamn level and get one little bitty perk. And that's really about it.
Freak5 says
today, I'm going to be playing when I'm done here sometime. I have it preloaded and ready to go because today it was released. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ooh, today was the day, huh? Let me know if it's good, Breakman. I might get it because Bernie's such a huge fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre that I might play that. And since you have an Xbox Break, I might get it on that system.
Nice.
Yeah. What? Then yeah, but these guys will kick my ass. No problem.
I would like to watch it.
Yeah, you'd watch me get my ass kicked by everybody else. Yeah.
This is what happens with Friday the 13th now because it's like because the servers are. It doesn't have their own server. Like basically, whoever's hosting's got like a super advantage, and
yeah,
it's just if they're Jason, like they're just murdering everybody. If they're one of the campers, like Jason's just frustrated because he can never catch them. It's just fun.
How funny. Let's see.
It really pisses me off when campers like run around the tables and shit to try and stay away from Jason.
I know.
Like, stop that.
I've seen videos like that. I love it.
I walk this goddamn table.
I know. I love watching that, but I would hate to be playing and that happening to me. Break. It's like, Freak5 says me and a couple of my coworkers had an idea for a movie based on the Montgomery dock fight. Maybe it's based on the make it based on the old kung fu movies, but the martial arts will be a fighting style based on fighting with folding chairs. What? That's crazy. Diablo 4 on what, Eric? On PSN? Yeah. I would.
I'm doing it that way because I know that they're just gonna put the Diablo games on Game Pass, and then they'll be out there forever, so I don't have to worry about buying those versions.
Freak5 says, I will kick your ass in TCM, Frank. Probably, Freak5. I'll acquiesce, man. I was terrible at...
Also, I didn't know that the Diablo games were not on Steam. In fact, none of the Blizzard games are on, because they want you to run it through Blizzard.net instead.
Yeah, I was terrible at...
which is why Overwatch 2 showing up there was a big deal, apparently.
Yeah, hey, Freak, I was terrible at Friday the 13th. But I would have had a moment of moments when I played you that one time, Freak5, because I was hiding behind a door, and you didn't see me, and I panicked, and I fucking ran out, and he fucking found me and killed me. But if I would have just stayed put that one time and not panicked, then I would have had a moment. I mean, you would. I don't think you would ever have found me, Freak Five, just sitting there. I don't even think that you had the Jason with that ability that you could see all the counselors. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, you can do that with all of them, but stronger with certain versions of Jason.
Oh, I got you. Never mind. Then
Like
you
they all
would've-
have the same abilities, but it just some of them are stronger and some are weaker. I prefer the ones that have that are physically strong, so they can break a door down easier, and they're not sitting there like chopping on it for a half hour with campers getting out the back window.
Yeah. Man, what a shame. That game had so much potential, Breakman. Like it was so good. Like just me watching people was a lot of fun. You know, it was just a lot of fun. But all right.
Yeah, that is one of the problems I wish they would have fixed is added a follow Jason camera for when you're dead.
Yeah, that would have been cool, but whatever. I
So
mean,
you
what
can
could have
watch
been?
next
And you know
year.
what's funny is all that shit I think is settled now. You know, I think they're.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's all settled. They're coming out with a Friday the 13th series, like a prequel series, and then they're doing a movie next year. So the next Friday the 13th movie will be like the actual 13th movie. So, you know, but whatever.
A prequel to the Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
How does that even make any sense?
It does make sense because you didn't see what happened to Jason. They just told you in the first movie, you know, what happened to Jason. That he was being...
Right, but like there was no killing up until that point is what I mean. Like the
Well-
only person who was allegedly died at that point was just Jason.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they're going to do.
But
They're
if
going
they
to
do Friday
give
the
you...
13th, there's going to have to be a body count, so it doesn't really add up for me.
Well, look...
Apparently, there are some comics that go into how fucked up his entire family is. So.
Right. And
Maybe, like he's got relatives at other camps that are doing this too.
No,
Like
no.
Jason's cousin Steve is over at Camp Wanawanga or whatever, chopping up everybody he sees.
No, they're gonna. Okay, so I'm guessing the first season will be like all about like Jason being bullied, and then it'll culminate with him like, I don't know, drowning in the lake or something, and then the second season may be the mom. I don't know, but Freak Five says Cocaine Bear is on Amazon Prime if you haven't seen it yet.
It was also on Peacock too, I think.
I own that. Yeah, it was on Peacock previously. It's weird. It goes Peacock first, and then for some reason it goes over to Amazon. Megan did the same thing. They took it off of Peacock, I think, and it went over to Amazon Prime. It's so weird. Want a woman camp for boys?
This
Breakman.
is the unrated version of
Yeah.
Megan.
Yes, the unrated is on there. Yeah. All right, Eric, what have you been playing?
I got the platinum in Final Fantasy 16, so that's done with. And I started getting back into Lisa because I want to get that done, and probably I'm not going to get Atelier Ryza 2 done, but I'm going to try to get through as much as possible before Armored Core 6 comes out along with Blasphemous 2. I'll probably play Blasphemous 2 first because it's the shorter game of the two. But, so that's my plan this weekend, to play Atelier and Lisa.
All right.
But other than that, that's all I've been playing.
Okay. The only thing I've really been playing, a little bit of MPQ. Of course, MPQ is like an everyday thing for me because it's like a pick up and play a game or two and then put it down type of thing. But Breath of the Wild, I'm on the last like memory of the boss. I don't know if you did this break where you got those missions where... Did you buy the DLC for Breath of the
No, I
Wild?
didn't.
Oh, you didn't. Okay. Well, it's DLC, and you have memories of each of the divine beast, and you have to. There's 3 shrines that you have to find based on pictures. Best way that I can put it. And then once you find those 3 shrines, then you use those coins to.
There was another mission that's like that to find a shrine where they give you pictures, right?
Yeah. And then
Okay, so it's like that then. Okay.
yeah, similar to that. Like these, if you get the DLC, basically these, they're not shrines, but they come up from the ground, and then you can see these pictures of locations of these shrines, and there's 3 each. And I've gotten 3 of the 4 divine beasts, and what that basically does is it all your special abilities regenerate quicker is all that it ends up doing, which is actually super helpful. Like if your lightning one, like the first one I did was the lightning one, which was extremely difficult until I cheesed it. But you find these 3 places. You beat these 3 shrines, and then you get to go into the divine beast one last time with a memory, and you have to fight the boss in there.
The boss is a really tough monk character.
Yeah.
And he gives you a motorcycle.
Well, I haven't beat all of them yet, so I guess that's the gift that you get for beating all of them, other than your special abilities. But so I'm on the last one, and I have, I think, 2 more shrines, and then I'm gonna beat that last divine beast one more time. At least the monster that's in there, and then it's off to find just a few more shrines, and then it's off to the castle and beating Ganon. Exploring the castle, which I've already explored a little bit, but then it's just beating Ganon and beating the game and enjoying that. I'm just, like I said, I'm having a hard time like coming to the end of the game, man. Like I said, it's one of the few games that I've ever played in my life where I just put off things intentionally, but now it's getting to the point where you can't really put it off because there's really nothing else to do. I mean, I've already beat most of the DLC. The only DLC shit that I got left is a couple of quests inside Hyrule Castle. So it's just that, and then beating Ganon, and that's the game for me. And it's sad to
there's the Trials of the Master Sword, but you probably
I do. No, I got pretty far in the Trial of the Master Sword, Eric. That's one last thing that I have to do too, and I will beat that too. But that one's really, really difficult. I got all the way to, I think, the 8th trial or something.
Learn how to go out of bounds, and you can just cheese the whole thing if you feel like it.
No, I don't want to cheese it, man. It's such a great game. It's a game that I want to respect fully. If I find
I'd do it if it weren't for the fact that you can only ever use your Master Sword when you're fighting a Ganon-like boss anyways.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. And then also you can break it just like any other sword.
And it's already at max power when that happens anyway, so it doesn't... So all it does is let you get max power whenever you want to use it.
Well, I mean, the Master Sword you can also break too, right? So... Yeah,
but it regenerates.
Oh, okay, well... That's cool. So do you have to do anything special, like go to a certain shrine and get it back again, or you just wait for it to
No, it's just you gotta wait for it to recharge.
Yeah, I wanna
I'll tell you when it's done.
Yeah, I really want to. I just want to do all the content in that game that I can before I leave it, and I know Tears of the Kingdom is waiting for me and all that, and it's so everybody's telling me that it's a much better game and all that, but I mean, when you have greatness in front of you and you're playing greatness, you want to save. It's like a really good steak or a real good piece of food,
I have a review of that game up on the audio feed.
Oh, that's right, you do, Eric, and it's great. What you want to do is savor every moment of it, and that's what I'm doing. I
apologize a bit though, because I almost got off track and I had to stall for time, and I coughed at 2 points because I was running out of breath by that point.
Freak 5 and Breakman are exiled, son of bitches. So yeah, that's all I've been playing.
I feel like a victim. What did I do? Why am I being bullied?
How dare you? How dare you, Breakman? How dare you? Happy endings for all beasts. How dare you? All right, let's move on to reviews.
RPGrinders reviews.
All right, Breakman, do you have any reviews this week?
Not that I can think of.
Mine are old. I gotta delete mine. And I had to correct your mistake, Break. You thought I reviewed the first 3 Mission Impossible movies when I was just the first 2 and then the more recent one.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
How dare you, Freak 5? You're exiled again, you son of a bitch. Okay, so Eric, do you have any reviews this week?
I wanted to watch Hot Fuzz, but then I got caught up in all these YouTube videos and I didn't have time, so I'll watch it next week.
Hot Fuzz is fun, man. It's a good movie. All right, I do have a review. It's for a movie on Netflix called Heart of Stone, and it stars Gal Gadot.
You mean the one that can't act?
She can act. Eric. She can definitely act.
When she's given direction, that's impeccable, but otherwise can't act.
She can act, Eric. She can definitely act. I don't mind it, her at all. I mean, other than her worldly views, which are fucked up. I mean, you got to understand she's actually from Israel, so of course she's gonna take the.
I'm just thinking to Wonder Woman 1984 and how badly she was talking to Pedro Pascal's character of Maxwell Lord at the very end of the movie, and how just terrible it sounded.
Okay, well, that aside, I mean, she has other movies, Eric. Let me finish my review, and then you can, whatever. But Heart of Stone, pretty good. It's basically a spy movie in the vein of like a lot of James Bond movies. There's nothing that's gonna knock your socks off except a couple of action sequence at the beginning. But what I found pretty refreshing about this action movie is that there was a really cool twist in the middle of the movie, which most of the time in action movies doesn't really happen. So, hang on one second, guys. Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, can you pausing to threaten our lives?
No, I'm just there's something going on and I don't know what's going on here, but let me finish this real quick and I'll deal with that. All right, so Heart of Stone, it's basically an action movie, nice little twist in the middle.
So it's a Netflix original movie that's actually decent.
Yeah, it's I would say it's decent. It's not great. I'm not going to say it's great by any stretch of the imagination. You're not going to see anything in this.
How long is it?
An hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. So it's
at least it's not like 2 hours plus whatever.
No. It's good, man. I mean, it's worth watching. It's not, like I said, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's definitely not the worst. I mean, it's standard action fare. There's a couple of great stunts at the beginning. Then there's a twist in the middle, and then I mean the second half is a little predictable, but that twist in the middle was pretty good. So I mean, I'm giving it a solid 7.5. I think it's worth watching. It's one of the few Netflix original movies that's worth the shit, like Eric said. So, there you go. How dare you guys talk about me in chat?
That reminds me, I need to
bitches.
watch that. They Clone Tyrone.
I do need to watch They Clone Tyrone. I'm gonna get rid of Netflix soon enough. There's only a few things I need to watch on it, and then I'm getting rid of it. So
I can't wait till the One Piece show started. Also, that's another one of my stinkos that I put on my list. But me being confused at release dates and getting them wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, especially when something like Ahsoka moves its release date to a day earlier than what they previously announced.
Yeah. I agree with you, Breakman. Netflix movies are like made for TV movies with A-list actors. That's a great way of putting Netflix movies. Their writing is just atrocious at Netflix. They need to hire like really good writers and pay them. I know they don't want to pay the writers, but the writers are kind of the heart of movies, So yeah, 7.5.
This. I guess this fall most of the stuff was already done, so it's probably next year we're gonna be going through a heavy drought of no entertainment.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to watch the classics.
That just means it's time to turn to like anime, I guess, and go get Crunchyroll subscription.
Well, I guess if you're watching the dub version, that'd be the only way because the voice actors are on strike too.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, just do the dub versions, man, or not the dub.
Or go to High Dive where you can watch something dub or sub,
depending
on whether or not Sentai is actually dubbing it.
Or just just watch fucking Tubi or something. There's plenty of fucking entertainment to go around to fill in the gaps.
Watch an anime, turn the volume all the way down, and you make the script.
That's right. That's another way of doing it, man. Make
like
your own
riff
shit.
Tracks level stuff.
Yeah, do some riff tracks, man. That'd be cool too. All right, yeah, Heart of Stone. It's got multiple meanings to the title. It's not. I mean, they were actually really thought out the title of that movie. I mean, there's a whole kind of subplot about
AI. Has anybody
AI.
done a riff tracks of Crystal Skull? That might make it entertaining.
Yeah, I know. Crystal Skull's so bad, man. So bad. All right, let's move on to everybody's favorite segment.
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
All right, Breakman. I know you got.
We're moving really quickly, which is good because I got a bunch of stinkos.
All right, cool.
Let's start with the consequences of Roe being struck down are really starting to hit home for a lot of people, I think. We're seeing stories of 12-year-old girls being forced to, in elementary school have children because they can't get access to health care, to abortion.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine the damage having a child would do to a 12-year-old body.
Irreparable is the word that comes to mind, Breakman. Irreparable.
What'd you say?
Irreparable.
It was rape. It was a rapist.
Yes.
And so the little girl was forced to keep a rape baby, and like her body's destroyed, like her emotions are destroyed. They said the girl's barely talking to anybody since it's happened.
Yeah.
And she's forced to keep a baby while she's going through this traumatic experience. Like, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
And this is something that's happening across the country. This isn't an isolated incident. And it's just going to get worse and worse the more they add restrictions on abortion.
Yeah.
So next, so that's a sad story. Speaking of sad stories, let's maybe we should talk about the police a little bit here.
Oh, boy.
Let me see. It's if you're, say, driving your car with your family and you're black, or you're, say, taking out the trash and you just happen to be black in this country, those are now illegal.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, I'm just
driving while black, taking out the trash while black, walking while black, chewing gum while black, walking in a store while black, having
driving on a Friday night all black.
I mean, a kid was right in front of his house taking out his trash, and he ends up handcuffed by the police because he matched the description of the suspect.
What, that he was black?
The suspect was an adult.
Right. That he was black.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure he matched.
The only match was that their ethnicity was the same.
Right. It's
exactly.
I mean, look, we have stories every fucking day. I mean,
Yeah,
if it's not,
you're right. And I want to talk about the other one really quick with the police pulling over a family of the cop.
yeah,
They pulled him over and held him at gunpoint, and then turns out, it was the cop's mistake. The cops are doing this, and they do this all the time, and it's running plates. They don't run plates unless they suspect you of something, or they're or if they're bored, which should be a crime, essentially. But I mean, basically, she messed up the plate number when she typed it in her computer, and they accused the family of stealing a car. It's like, I put the wrong state in. My bad. It's my fault.
yeah, my bad.
It's my fault. After you're holding the family down at gunpoint,
Yeah.
Yeah, like that traumatic experience isn't going to go for a while. Your apology is hollow.
I honestly think, and I mean, this is, I mean, it's kind of abstract and out of the box kind of thinking. I honestly think that the powers that be really want to eliminate black people from the country. They literally don't want black people here. And brown people. It's very apparent,
and LGBTQ.
And LGBTQ, and poor people, for that matter. So, I mean, it's like the elites want to make the United States purely for the elites and upper class, because
we're only good for work. Basically, we're there to earn them money.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's
basically a form of slavery.
It's there's definitely racism going around and all that stuff, and I don't think it's debatable. I mean, unless you're, a racist yourself, you're not gonna you're gonna deny it, of course. But I honestly think that it's a class warfare, and you're right, Breakman. Like they only tolerate black people and LGBT. I mean, right now, LGBT community is under fire like black people were in the civil rights era, and it's gonna take something like that to normalize having gay people in the country.
There's something I can tag to this right now, but there's another cop story I need to get to.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I didn't want to. I was just saying that.
No, go right ahead, Break. I'm done. I know.
The third cop story goes to not actually this time being racist, but something that I've noticed is a common trend from Mrs. Bergman really likes crime dramas and stuff like that, so we've seen a bunch of serial killer stuff. And a common trend among serial killers is the police could have caught every fucking single one of them a lot sooner. Yeah, if the police would just do their job. Well, the latest serial killer, the guy from Gilgo Beach, well, now there's, of course, a guy saying in 2010 he tried to turn him into the cops.
Yeah.
So 13 years ago, they could have caught the Gilgo Beach serial killer.
Yeah. Brakeman,
But police in this country are worthless.
I agree with you, Brakeman, and I chronicled that years ago, if you guys remember. There are multiple studies out now that say that police officers solve about 2% of crime nationwide, whether it be violent or nonviolent, right? So what does that tell you? If you did 2% of your job, Brakeman, would you still be around doing your job?
Let me see. To do 2% of my job, I would have to wake up, turn my computer on, clock in, go back to sleep.
Right. And you might do
wake up when
like
it was time to clock out of work and then clock out.
I mean, you might read a report, right? That's 2%. Right. Something like that. If that were the case, your ass would be canned so hard. Yeah. And what I'm saying
even
with
baseball players who are considered like they get a lenient thing that like if they're hitting 30%, like they're amazing.
Yeah.
Even baseball players, if you can do 30% of your job and be amazing at, cops not even close to 30%.
Right.
Your job actually fucking matters.
Yep. Cops are at 2% of all crime. If firefighters could only put out 2% of fires, they would be fired immediately. Like if there was a fire department that could only put out 2% of the fires that they went out to, actually the firefighters are at what? Almost 100%, right? Because they put out almost every single house fire that they go to, or structural fire, or whatever type of fire. The only fires that they can't really control are the wildfires, right? Like in what's going on in Maui, which I'll talk about. Right. But they're the only profession that I know of that you can have a 2% success rate, and we exalt them like they're fucking heroes. The only one. It's so fucking weird that we don't hold them to a super high standard.
It's because the media does not. They don't want to talk badly about the police because.
Because why? Because they're fucking.
Unions, I'm guessing money.
It always has to do with money.
The higher ups like to have us in our places, keep us up. The rich people, they like us, little people, scared and.
You're right, and it's funny because they never take anything seriously, right? I'm terrified when we get our new car that it gets stolen. I mean, I know insurance will pay for it or anything, but if you get something stolen from you, you should immediately be signed a detective to get on it. You know how much crime they could solve if they just fucking tried to solve it? You know what they do? What they do, I've seen this time and time again. Somebody reports a car stolen, right? My friend K-Dot had his car stolen. Do you think that they did the diligent work to make sure to look for that car? Of course they didn't. You know what they did? They took a report and they went home. That's what they fucking did.
I know a couple people who've had their cars stolen, and the cops will eventually get them back to you, but they get them back to you as is. Like there's no justice in this.
No. So what happened with my friend's car? It got stolen and it got wrecked, I think, the next day or so. And guess what? There it is. There's your car. Do you think they did any fucking fingerprint work on the fucking steering wheel to make sure, they could find the fucking criminal that stole it? Of course they fucking didn't. You know why matter of fact, they wouldn't even take a report. You know why they do the report? For insurance reasons. That's it. The insurance companies require you, not even them, to file a police report. What the fuck good is a police report other than, okay, it was stolen? Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's,
well, for instance, in the Gilgo Beach incident, like the guy who tried to warn him was a roommate of one of the victims, and he got a good description of the guy and his vehicle and took it to the police.
Yep.
A little bit of legwork, they could have tracked him down.
They don't do it, though. They don't care. Right. And you know what? That they say, oh, we're overwhelmed with the amount of cold cases that we have. Really, fuckfaces? Really? You're overwhelmed with cold cases? They're called cold cases for a reason. You follow the leads until you can follow the leads no more, and if it becomes a cold case, then go on to the next one. I mean, that's what they should do.
Right.
You know?
My favorite is they always ask for more money too. Like, it's a training issue. Like, we need more money for training.
Bullshit.
And when you get more money, what do? They buy bigger guns and they pay the people at top more money.
Their fucking salaries are outrageous, Breakman.
Yeah, like that money boost that they always want it doesn't go into training, or it doesn't go into hiring like therapists or psychologists to go along with that, or child social workers or anything like that.
Mental health advocates, none of it. You know, you're right. I have a video on my other channel where I exposed this fucking piece of shit sergeant. I talked about it briefly here, but the motherfucker makes $142,000 to sit at a desk, Breakman, and do virtually nothing. He does nothing for 140
conferences, and I'm sure he'll talk on radio stations too about how great his troops are and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, piece of shit. This was the same guy, right? That while on his watch, he used to be a DUI guy, right? I don't know, like a DUI division guy, sergeant, whatever. He basically a whistleblower basically whistleblowed on another officer that was sleeping on the job, right? And it was under this guy's watch. His name is Douglas. He's in Aurora. He's a piece of shit, and I have no problem calling him a piece of shit, like I did in my video. Yeah, he basically covered for the guy and created, in their own words, the police's own words, after an internal investigation, which are always a joke, he put that whistleblower into a, quote, toxic work environment, and that's what we got to deal with. Continue on, Breakman. I'm sorry.
I said it in chat. Like, Jeffrey Dahmer, like, the cops caught him numerous times and let him go.
Yep.
I mean, after the first kill, they caught him.
Yeah.
They were suspicious of him the first time he killed somebody, and they let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the cops in our country are worthless in every way.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about the raped child, and then talked about that. Oh, the story I wanted to talk about, the other one. Today I was in a pretty decent mood, and was supposed to start doing some dishes and some other stuff around the house, and the dog started going wild. And I'm like, okay, somebody's here. I figured it was a mailman. I get to the door and there's somebody there, and she's like, hi, would you be interested in talking about protecting women? I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not sure what this is about, but I was thinking probably about abortion.
Right.
And she's saying, well, they're trying to put into a constitution now to make it legal for kids to go get transitioned without parents' approval. I don't think I've ever gone from happy to angry that quickly. I'm like. And she's like, I'm like, nah, that's a lie. She's like, no, here it is right here. I'm like, you need to get off my property now. You need to leave right now. And I ripped the shit up right in front of her. Like, I was angry.
Yeah.
I didn't have any like common words to say. I couldn't think of anything to say. I was so mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're trying. The anti-abortion movement is peddling lies, and these have been proven online that they're using funny math. They're using 1 + 1 = 11 type math to get to this. That the anti-abortion amendment is going to make it so that kids can transition without a parent approval. There's in no way connected. But this is the kind of shit they are peddling. Just blatant fucking lies. They're using trans people as scapegoats again.
Yeah, that's sad, Breakman. That's the world we live in.
One could make the argument that the parents suck, and that's why the kids are doing it behind their parents' backs. So.
No, that was the Jehovah's Witnesses from the other day. Yeah, I just ignored them. They're at the door. I just didn't come to it.
I have a big problem with Jehovah's Witness. Just almost.
Okay, so here I got it.
Yeah.
This is, they're saying the ACL used dangerous anti-parent amendment is what they're calling it. Removes parents from decision-making processes in your child's facing an abortion or sex change surgery. No. It removes all protections from your unborn and from the unborn and allows painful late-term abortions up until the moment of birth using taxpayer dollars. And I had one of them I was arguing with online. Actually, I'll bring that up in a second. Eliminates health and safety protections for women seeking abortions, leaving them at risk. I mean, these are blatant fucking lies in every way. Protects predators who force women and kids into unwanted abortions.
Unwanted abortions? How many times is an abortion unwanted?
These are lies. You need to get off my property right now. You need to leave.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Blake.
Angry. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
That's a lie. These are lies.
Yeah.
So angry.
What else you got,
Speaking
Blake?
of that, I got busted on Twitter again.
No wonder I haven't seen too much from you this past day or two, man.
This time I actually got busted because I pissed off another user. It wasn't like I went after a politician this time. It was just some dude I was arguing with. But his argument was like in pro-abortion, like, there's back and forth, but usually I just say that the pro-life people, all they can do is lie and gaslight. Well, this guy's argument, like, well, all you Democrats and liberals want to do is have the baby up to late term, even to the time of birth, even after birth. You want to kill the baby.
That's not true. That's not true.
But
it's so stupid.
Right? Like, they're talking about after birth. Like, we have a crime for that already. It's called murder.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I said after birth abortion. Are you serious? Are you really that stupid motherfucker? Are you really the stupidest motherfucker to ever breathe oxygen? That would be known as murder and is already illegal. You're an absolute fucking moron. Go fuck yourself and have a miserable life. You deserve it.
And you got fucking.
I remember seeing you arguing with this guy at spots because I usually check my tweets during work, the brief moments I get, and yeah, we're going on with him for days.
Yeah, well, he probably blocked me because he got me suspended.
That's so stupid that they
because I used the F word, even though I'd like to add this stinko since we're on Twitter. Well, Twitter's dying. I'm almost dead. Elon's pulled the plug on it because he's decided where he's going to get rid of the block button.
Yeah, I know, but he can't do it.
Happen.
We'll talk about that in just a second, break, because Eric put under his, but I have it under mine because I have a bunch of stinkos today too.
Yeah, I saw Eric's and I have Eric's written down too. That was going to be one that I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
But he's got it covered, so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, just cops and lying people coming to our doorsteps, passing out these flyers with blatant lies on them. To fight abortion, now they're linking it to the trans community. Like, they're going to use the trans community as every boogeyman, it seems.
Well,
like, anytime they're afraid of something, like, it's the trans community, look at them, they're doing it now.
Well,
like, the trans community has taken the place of the black people and the Jews for these people in their minds.
I was going to say, first it was the Jews, and then it was black people, and now it's transgender and the LGBT community.
Especially it's trans, because they want to...
And in between any of those, it's always been like going after music or video games or Pokemon specifically.
By the way...
they're trying to use, like, argument. They've got, like, the lab... log cab Republicans, they're like, yeah, we're not like anti-gay, but we're anti-trans. Like, they're trying to separate it from the. They're trying to separate. I don't know what they're trying to break up the LGBTQ. I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to split it. Trying to turn us on each other, even though it's already like a fractured community.
Well, check this out. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's whoever they can demonize. It's Mexicans at one point. That's why they're always on the border thing, even though there are more people leaving the country than entering the country.
Have you noticed we haven't heard about the border in a few months?
Right. They'll go back to it. I mean, they always have.
They always do. There's always going to be some caravan of people coming, caravan of illegal immigrants invading our border.
Yeah, a caravan of people that are seeking asylum from cartels, which the United States basically started. I hope everybody knows that.
Slow down in that country, and we act like, well, how did they get there?
Right.
Well, the bad guys, they absolutely brought them to you. Well, how the bad guys get them, jackasses?
Right.
Because we have more guns in this country than people. What do you think's gonna fucking happen?
Right. Freak5 says, here's the stinko. Sorry, Freak5, but I was waiting for a break. It kind of ties into what you're saying, Break. Here's a stinko. In Texas, a pregnant woman started going into labor, and she worked for the state government. Her boss thought she was lying so she could leave early and wouldn't let her go to the hospital. When she finally got to go, the baby died. She sued the state, and the state of Texas defense was, check this out, if this isn't the ultimate irony, the fetus didn't have the right to live. That was the state's, and it's kind of funny coming from Texas, who's supposedly a huge pro-life state, right? Jen Wow's in here. What's up, Jen? Nice to have you in here.
Controlling women.
It is. That's all it.
It only exists to control women. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
right,
women who
right.
are on the pro-life movement, you are being manipulated.
Yeah, 100, no doubt. And Freak 5
And
just
I understand the guys who are on it because I know men behind closed doors. I'd say about half the population of men are misogynistic as fuck.
Freak 5 is already making me hungry. What is that, Freak 5? It's like a hamburger, but it's got cheese and it's got looks like a really soft bun. It looks really good, but I can't eat hamburger. Upsets my tummy too much. What is that, Freak 5?
Freak, are you on Blue Sky at all?
Yeah, I thankfully Eric gave me a code, so Break, whenever Blue Sky goes up and running, I'm gonna give you the Blue Sky account, RPGrinders,
Nice.
and then you can have fun there.
Okay.
You know,
he's killing. Twitter's gonna die without a block button.
yeah. Well, look, we'll talk about that in just a second. Freak 5 says
you know, like how evil I can be online and stuff
I know,
like that, and how
I know.
horrible I am to people, especially like trolls and stuff like that.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
still people online like I can't even deal with this person, like fucking actual Nazis in there.
Yeah.
It's
Freak
just like,
5
no, I'm not like I can't deal with this because they'll get their arming Nazis on me, and
Yeah.
there's no rationalizing with them. Like if I try and make them mad, they're gonna threaten my life. You know?
Yeah. Freak 5 says, I heard speculation that if Russia and China quit being a threat, extraterrestrials will be the new threat. Yeah. Well, already illegal aliens Break, so or
No,
Freak.
I think they want to make Mexico the next big enemy. Actually,
I do too, because there's talk about the United States invading Mexico, which is,
yeah.
I mean, it's okay. First of all, Mexico's not going to go down without a fight, right? I mean, it'll be a complete annihilation. Like eventually, the United States will just take it over.
I would hope there'd be enough of us Americans who would also fight back too.
I agree. I totally agree. But
go on. I didn't interrupt.
it's like Afghanistan. We did not win that war. It was a 20-year war for what? We killed Osama bin Laden. Okay, great. He's an awful human being. He's gone. That's what we got out of Afghanistan. We didn't gain anything else from Afghanistan. You know,
We got ISIS out of it. Yeah.
there's nothing we could gain by quote unquote invading Mexico.
We did at one point have ISIS tapped down, at least. We had that too, but
No, we never did,
some guy let
Breakman.
him go.
That's the United States narrative, but ISIS never wavered. They never wavered. I mean, I don't like ISIS. They're terrible, you know, with the beheadings and all that shit. But they were steadfast. They never lost its structure, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Like Afghanistan was Vietnam, right? We went into Vietnam. Nobody won that war. I think the Vietnamese eventually won that war because we left voluntarily. That's the definition of losing. You lost the war. You didn't occupy Vietnam. There's nothing going on in Vietnam. The only
thing Vietnam got was a lot of dead people.
Yes,
and a lot of destruction.
And so did we. By the way,
no, I'm saying all it was death and destruction.
Yes.
For everybody involved.
Look, we have nothing to gain. We have nothing to gain by going to war with fucking Mexico. We already have all the silver, right? The United States owns, I believe, the last estimate that I saw was like 80% of their silver mines. So what is there left in Mexico to do? Their wealth was tied to silver. The United States owns the silver mines. So, of course that country is poor. The only thing that thrives in Mexico is fucking cartels and the silver mines that the United States owns. That's it. The rest of the country is fucking and tourism. There's still a few tourism places like Mazatlan and Cancun. Although I heard Cancun is now run by the cartels. So good luck going to Cancun if you're going there. I mean, there have been travel advisors.
I've been hearing some stories about people on resorts starting to have problems.
Yes, yes. So
this used to be like the safe harbor.
Not anymore.
The government's defended those completely because that's how they made their money.
Yep.
We're getting all the American dollars. We gotta protect the Americans.
Right.
Meanwhile, their journalists are being murdered in droves.
Yep. So no longer are those safe havens for anybody. So I wouldn't recommend anybody going to Mexico for any reason. I don't care if it's fucking Tijuana, which is just across the border. Juarez, another one. It's fucking war zone over there with the cartels. So you want to invade a country for what? You think the cartels are going to take it sitting down? And by the way, the cartels have almost as much military equipment as the fucking Mexican government does. So you think they're going to go down without a fight? You think they're not going to use their military-style weapons against the United States if they decide to, quote-unquote, invade? The fuck out of here with that nonsense. It's so stupid. Freak5 says Republicans don't want Mexico to become part of America because how can they argue that Mexicans are stealing the jobs when they are citizens? 100%.
Other countries.
Yeah, they just go to other countries. I mean, they're doing it with, I think, what was it, Congo? Or one of the African countries. I can't remember which one it is. They did it in Somalia, one of the poorest fucking countries in the world. They do
just what we were talking about earlier. How we were talking about how they targeted black people. They targeted immigrants. They're targeting the trans community. Like they move from one target to the next.
Fear mongering.
If one thing doesn't work, like if there's no immigrants down at the border, no illegal immigrants trying to evade us down at the border, they move on to trans people pooping in schools or some shit, pooping in litter boxes in schools.
Yeah.
You know, like there's just, they will find something.
Always,
make it up.
always. And by the way, the Democrats, man, they're such heroes, right? The Democrats.
Yeah.
What are they fucking doing? I mean, this goes back to the time in Obama's era when he had a fucking supermajority, and they could have got Roe versus Wade codified. Thanks, Obama, for that. By the way, we wouldn't be in this position today if Obama would have did his fucking job and got Congress to pass with a fucking supermajority.
It would be one thing if he didn't run on it, and he ran on that issue.
Yeah.
That was one of his big issues. Like he's gonna codify that on day one.
Yeah.
And he gets in office, and what's his excuse?
And by the way, he's a piece of shit.
It's too much of a controversial issue.
Yeah, fuck that.
No fucking shit.
No, you know what?
Shit.
It really isn't that controversial, Breakman, because you know why? 69% of Americans, which includes a shit ton of fucking Republicans, support abortion. I know that's shocking, but when that many people in the country agree, we can't get two people to agree on almost anything, but 69% of the people in this entire country believe that abortion should be legal. At least for the first trimester and in some instances the second trimester. So what's the problem? What's the problem? You have 69% of the American people themselves that want it. Because you know why? They don't give a shit what the American people think. Mm-hmm. They don't care. They want these wedge issues. They pretend, right? Because then they don't have to do anything. If 90% of the Americans approve something, they wouldn't give a shit. They would take the 10%. And, oh, well, there's still 10%, you know. We got to please each and every single person in this country, you know. I mean, it's so stupid. 70% of the people in this country believe that we should have free health care. Do you think we get any semblance of that? No, we get what they called access to health care. Access that's killing people on a daily basis. They can't afford it.
One party that's actively doing everything it can to get rid of health care for people.
Right. They don't even want the stupid Obama care bullshit that we're dealing with now. Which, by the way, was originally put forth by Mitt Romney, a Republican. Fucking idiots, man. When Obama was in office, so much good could have been done, and it wasn't. And by the way, Obama should be tried at The Hague for droning innocent people in foreign countries. That's what I'm saying.
And nobody wants to hear it.
And nobody wants to hear it because he's the first black president.
He gets absolved from it just because he wasn't directly responsible, but he gave the orders. So
he gave the orders. He's directly
we're saying the
responsible.
Same things about Bush and Clinton and the other ones.
Bush should also be tried at The Hague too. Both Bushes should have been.
Almost every president has committed a war crime, though. Is the response I get.
Carter didn't.
Yeah,
nobody liked Carter, but Carter was a peaceful president. Nobody talks about that, you know. And I give Trump credit for not starting another war. I do that all the time.
I don't give him credit for trying to start a war and then failing.
Well, he failed definitely because he tried with Syria and it didn't work out. But at least he didn't. He was incompetent, right?
Did you hear his latest excuse? He's saying his generals were trying to do it, and he's like, no, I stopped my generals from doing it.
He's so stupid. He's so dumb.
His generals were the one telling him it was a bad idea.
All right, let's continue. We got to continue on here. Eric, your stinkos of the week, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Break, did you have any more?
No. That's
all right,
enough.
Eric, let's go.
Eric, take yours.
Okay, my stinko is, I forget the whole name of this, but it's some international chess organization is now banning trans women from participating as women for quote unquote biological advantages over men.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yes, the argument has been that men are bigger and stronger and faster than women. So how does this? What are you saying now? Men are smarter than women?
That's what we were. That's exactly.
Or they can't compete against women either because apparently they're considered men by these people.
That's what I was talking to Eric before we started break. I don't understand it. Like you can legitimately make the claim against, like for instance, like trans women in sports because typically men are bigger and stronger like physically than women in general, but it's a stupid argument to begin with just because it doesn't mean that you are. It just in general. Yeah, I mean I could see someone making the argument as far as physical.
I'm taller and stronger than some women I've played basketball or girls I played basketball with as a kid, and doesn't mean they couldn't beat me.
I agree. Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you could.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just adding to what you're saying.
Right. You could make the argument. I'm not saying it's a strong argument, but you could actually make the argument. Like I was talking to Eric before, and I said if you put a squad of WNBA players versus NBA players, I'm pretty sure. Like I'm 90% sure that the NBA players would probably demolish the WNBA players because of their physical advantages. Like most WNBA players can't dunk a basketball, whereas almost all NBA players
it's against the rules to dunk.
It is in the WNBA.
Yeah, the WNBA is against the rules.
Oh wow. Okay, well I didn't know that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so a lot of those women actually can dunk. They're just not allowed to.
Oh well, I didn't know that.
It's another excuse to the organization just to all die.
Yeah, well,
because our sports are gendered. I mean, look at baseball. Women don't get to play baseball.
They're gendered, and then they're controlled beyond that.
Yeah, I don't think they should be gendered. I think if you're good enough to play in either league, any league, you should be allowed to play. I remember there was a hockey player. I can't remember her name, but she was awesome. She was a goalie, and she made it to the NHL. And I was like, man, but I mean, it didn't work out for her because they
use a lot of the same excuses they use to deny players from the Negro League being in the MLB.
Yeah. I mean, it's stupid. It's stupidity. What else you got, Eric?
Well, we talked about the X's planning to ban the block button earlier. That was my only other one.
Yeah.
And well, that's not going to happen because Apple says that's actually a violation against the rules.
It's a violation against
and they would have to remove X from the platform. And
yep. They'll have to.
Elon's going to lose money if he goes through.
Yeah, he can't afford that.
He's going to have to backpedal, and people will say he was kidding. He'll say he's kidding in his. That his fucking zealots will definitely believe it.
Well, he's had situations like this before where he's gone and actually talked to the people, and he's talked his way out of some situations.
Yeah.
So he might be able to convince somebody with enough money.
I doubt it.
So I wouldn't count him out just yet, but right now it does not look.
But no, I feel like he's actually genuinely, intentionally sabotaging the platform. So
I think you're right. I think what he's aiming for, guys, what he's aiming for is one of the biggest tax write-offs in American history.
Yeah.
By sinking Twitter.
I think when he bought it, he thought he was going to be successful. Like, I really, truly think he thought he was going to make it into this big platform and juggernaut and everything like that. But now that he sees he's completely failed, I think you're right. I think that's what he's...
I really do. I mean, and you know what? According to tax code, he'll be allowed to write off all of Twitter. So he'll have a $40 billion write-off whenever he decides to shut down Twitter. $40 billion. Think about that. So the government will pay him probably in the billions for his being a failed businessman at Twitter or X or whatever the fuck he calls it. But it's not going to happen, I think. I think it's either one of two things. One, what Eric said, that he thinks he's an absolute fucking genius, which he's not. Or two, he's planning on heisting the American people.
And a lot of people have said on the internet that the biggest reason he's doing this is because people are using the block button to block ads.
Well, I mean, I understand that. I mean, maybe he could...
if you block an ad, then he's not generating that revenue.
See, I did that a lot, and I can see why that would be an issue for a platform like Twitter. I blocked all the like when every time I saw an ad, I would just block the ad so I wouldn't have to see it. And a lot of them were major, like car companies or Coca-Cola or whatever. I just started blocking the ads, and it was working.
This is why I like tweeting as a front end for Twitter.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't give me any of that shit.
Yeah. Let's see.
Or at least shoves it in a corner where I can't notice.
Freak sent me another picture. Let me look at it. All I see is the oh, he said it was sausage. It looks good, man. I could
Italian
eat sausage. Italian sausage. I could eat that, man.
Sausage. His butt cheeks are warm.
It looks good, man. I wish I could show you guys, but I can't. But I don't know what you sent me, Freak, because I didn't get it. Hold on, maybe it's on my phone. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Nope, just the one, Freak. Unless you sent me... nope. I didn't get anything else other than that Italian sausage picture, Freak. I had an allergy test on Monday. If you haven't had one, they poke your back with needles with different allergens to see how your immune system reacts to each one. After doing that, they leave for 15 minutes, come back to see what happened. Almost immediately after they do it, my back started itching. When the nurse came back after 15 minutes, she looked at my back and says, "Wow, I'm allergic to all of the trees, grasses, and weeds they tested for. 2 types of molds and cats and dogs." Oh, what's up, Scotoma? Nice to have you in here, man. No worries, man. I mean, life gets in the way of doing stuff, so welcome in. You can't touch your back, yeah. So yeah, there we go. All right, here's the other. Ooh, what are these? Ooh, I love green apple. Ooh, that's good stuff, man. Still first, I guess. I had to use a Game Boy when I took the... Oh, Breakman, I'm reading.
Yeah, no, I don't want him to read that. I was just talking to him.
Okay, I see it. Green apple. Holy shit, 900 milligrams? How many is in there? Oh, there's 30 grams of... how much? 30 and 30? Shit, I wouldn't mind having those. How much did those cost you? Oh, $29? It would cost me more to get them here, but might be worth it because that's, man, 30 and 30. That's about right for me. I could do 40 and be okay. I could do 80 and be okay, actually, but, All right. Yeah, okay, so now it's my turn. I'm still waiting on the car. I just got a call from the dealer, though. He's gonna the guy that I'm working with, the salesperson, is gonna be on I guess on vacation for the next 5 days. But he said if it shows up within the next 5 days, he's got somebody that's gonna call me, and then in lieu of that, he's gonna call me when he gets back. So I don't know. I'm just hoping to get it sooner than later because I've already paid for insurance on it, and it sucks. I'm waiting on it, and I really need that car. I found a $30 pint of special season stout, 14.5% alcohol.
Where'd you find it?
Wow. $30 pint? Jesus. I wouldn't pay $30 for a pint, man. Holy shit, that's a lot of money.
I'm assuming he picked it up off the ground instead of having to pay for it.
Well, maybe. That's pretty cool. Like, you just found one? Like,
Yeah, he said found. He didn't say bought. He said found.
Oh, well, that's good, man. 14.5% alcohols. That's steep, man. That'll get you fucked up quick, man. I'm not a big drinker.
On a shelf in a store somewhere and you drunk it really quick.
Exactly. You just put it back on the shelf after you drink it.
Oh, whoops, it's empty.
Yeah. The Maui fires are now the worst death toll in U.S. history. It's now the last number I saw was 106 for which is the most for any wildfire. It's a sipping beer. Oh, that's cool. Right on. Let's see. And then spending more for the Ukraine than what we are giving Maui is just beyond the pale of stupidity, in my opinion.
It's just like Puerto Rico's disaster from a couple of years ago.
Yeah. We don't care about our own, but hey, I mean, they're on a fucking island. Fuck them. You know, it's just stupid.
It's bad enough we took their independence away from them. Now we just have to not do anything for them.
Well, same with Puerto Rico, man. It's awful that we couldn't help out Puerto Rico. Why? Because they have different skin tone, I guess. I don't know. And then rip my old keyboard. It just plain out stopped working. It just stopped. It was a rechargeable one too. I don't know. Maybe I guess I did have it for a while, but
how long is the half-life on that thing?
I have no idea, Eric. What's the half-life on a Apple Magic Keyboard? It's whatever it is, you know. Biden's reaction to Hawaii is I agree.
A wired keyboard.
I totally agree, Scotoma. I mean, not that Trump or any other Republican would have done better. And yeah, Biden's a fucking Republican. I don't care what anybody says. Any politician would have reacted stupidly with Maui. How dare you, Breakman, you son of a bitch. In Minneapolis for the weekend, trying to decide on a brewery visit. I don't know of any good I'm sure they have great ones in Minneapolis. I've been to Minneapolis. It's a great city, for sure. It's cold in the winter, but nice in the summer. She's a man-eater. How dare you, Breakman. All right. Yeah, my old keyboard bit the dust, man. Sucks. All right, let's move on to happier thoughts.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet! Sweet of the week.
All right, Break, your sweet of the week.
Oh, mine just goes to all the legal trouble Trump's going through. It's just pretty damn funny. And that he's trying to delay it as much as possible because he's going to have a mug shot this time. When he gets the charge.
And of course, it's not going to be flattering.
He says he's going to do it like at the end of next week to turn himself in. He's trying to delay as much as possible.
It's very, very rare to have a good mugshot. I've seen a couple, but they're usually not very flattering. It's like,
the ones I hate are the ones when they're like smiling in their mugshot and they're accused of like child rape or shit.
Oh God, yeah.
Like what the fuck is like you can tell there's no guilt or shame there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm only mad I got caught.
Well, yeah. Or you're completely innocent, I guess. But even then, I don't know if I'd be smiling.
Yeah, if you're completely innocent, you'd be pissed, I think.
Right.
Like, just from my experience being, like, locked up, I was pissed. Like, I didn't fucking do anything. Leave me the fuck alone. I mean, I tried to do something, but I didn't, so leave me alone.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried and failed to do something, and that wasn't even today, so leave me alone.
Right. All right, what else you
what
got?
I did's not even illegal, okay?
What else you got, Break?
No, that's it.
Eric, you have any sweetos?
Not really.
I have a sweeto, kind of, and it ties into the car again. I know I'm kind of obsessed with this car thing, but it sucks not having a car. It just one of those things. But I guess on the bright side, I have to look at the bright side of this thing because I've been waiting for over a year now, is that I'll have it probably by the end of the month. The latest it could go is a week into September, but I'm really hoping that I have it before then. And getting the call today was actually encouraging. It's at least the dealer, the sales guy, is I know he's predicated on sales and all that, but at least he took the time to call me and let me know that that he's going to be on vacation, and it's still on track to be here, most likely by the end of the month, but at worst, like just into September.
So where did you order this car from? Eternia or the Land of Oz? Like,
Practically.
Where's it coming from?
Practically, Breakman, Japan. It's coming from Japan. So
From Japan.
yeah.
Like, are they
There was
dragging
just
it here under the ocean? I
Yeah.
mean, boats travel a lot faster than this.
I know it was a
Maybe
shipping.
the boat has like a weird mail route, like thing where it goes zigzagging.
I mean, I heard
across the world.
everything,
It was
Breakman.
like Magellan. It was just completely lost and making the shit up as it went.
Yeah,
Look, we're going
I
this
know. It's at this point, it's a fucking meme, right? I mean, I heard every excuse in the book. It was processors. It was shipping delays. But now it seems like now it really does seem like there's light at the end of the tunnel. Like it should be here by the end of the month at the absolute worst, second week of next month. So, I'm hoping way sooner than that because I've already wasted 2 weeks of insurance. And the only reason I bought the insurance in advance was because the rate. I didn't want the rate to go up. I mean, I got quoted at 3 different insurance companies for like double what I got this one. So, I don't know. Anyone who attempts suicide should be sentenced to. How dare you, Scone, son of a bitch? It's mental illness. Sweeto Freak 5 says new Toxic Avenger movie. Peter Dinklage is going to be the Toxic Avenger, and Breakman's Lord and Savior is in it. Yep. Kevin Bacon's in it. How dare you, Breakman, son of a bitch? What else? Okay, that's it. All right. And Eric, you didn't have anything. Break, you already did yours, I think. So that's it. Let's move on to Free For All.
It's a free for all. Little baby. Yeah, it's a free for all. Wow. Suck it.
All right, guys, we're on to round 3 of the tournament to decide the greatest cereal of all time. And I think this is fantastic. I think we're gonna knock it out of the park with this. I think. Breakman, take it away.
Yeah, I'm just going over them real quick, just trying to remember what we have left. Oh yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I went to the store and I can confirm both Cocoa Puffs and Cookie Crisp are still on the shelves.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So it depends on what store you go to.
Yeah, just I know they still sell them. Is what I'm saying because they were in Meyer.
How dare you, Freak 5? Freak 5 is exiled, you son of a bitch.
Let me see. I saw both. No, I didn't see Corn Puffs, but I wasn't looking for Corn Puffs actually. I gotta think. Did I see Corn Puffs? I don't think I did. Okay. First we have Apple Jacks versus Corn Puffs, and
Pops.
Frank, this is a hard one for you, so we're gonna make you go last. Eric, you can start.
It's Pops, not Puffs. And
I said Corn Puffs. I meant
Yeah.
Corn Puffs.
You did say Corn Puffs.
I vote for Corn Pops, not Puffs.
How dare you, Scotoma, you son of a bitch.
I want Apple Pops. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Or Corn Jacks.
Corn Jacks.
Um,
These are 2 of my
Jacks and
favorites,
Apple
by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's just to make it hard on you, I'm gonna go Apple Jacks.
Fucking really, Breakman, you son of a
I used
bitch.
to like Apple Jacks, and then I think they like changed the way they made them, and I
No.
didn't like it anymore. But-
No, they've always been the same. Eric, your tastes have just changed. And it's fucking... I mean, these are 2 of my absolute favorite cereals of all time. But I gotta go with Apple Jacks, man. Apple Jacks is fucking bomb-ass diggity. Just like Corn Pops, but I slight edge to Apple Jacks. Really hard. Really hard to pick. But Freak 5 is exiled, you son of a bitch. It's Apple Jacks. That's it. Break, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
All right. So
I'm
Apple
typing in
Jacks.
chat.
Apple Jacks is like, yeah,
okay,
that's
let's
fine.
hear it.
No, it's not the weakest one, you son of a bitch, Breakman. How dare you, Breakman? It's the greatest one, Apple Jacks. And Sconoma's exiled too, you son of a bitch. Fucking son of a bitches. I'm walking off this show, man. Go be a security guard or some shit. I don't need this shit. Walking off.
And after our last show, I got a little craving for one of the cereals that we were talking about, and that'd be Trick cereal, which is going up against Rice Krispies. And I'm going to start this one out. And Trix is still fucking good. I'm going with Trix. Frank?
Rice Krispies all the way. Even though you have to put a shit ton of sugar on Rice Krispies, to me it's still
like Rice Krispies plain.
still better than Trix.
Eric, yours tiebreaker.
I'm going for Trix.
Ah,
Nice.
fucking A, man. God damn it. You got rid of one of my favorites. I hate you guys, man. Son of bitches.
You still
Walking
got
off.
Apple Jacks?
Yeah, I got Apple Jacks, I guess.
I'm gonna drink water. Hold on.
Walking off this show, man. Walking off.
Oh, man. Let me cough my left arm.
Go be a
next we have
security
the
guard or some
Final
shit.
battle of the marshmallows as Lucky Charms takes on the surprising Frankenberry.
Freak 5 is exiled
speaking of
again, you
which,
son of a bitch.
I have bought all 4 of those. Technically, there's a 5th one called Monster Mash.
Yeah.
That includes all of it, which sounds gross because chocolate mixed with caramel mixed with
Might
the
be
fruity
good.
ones.
It
Did
might
you try
be
the
good.
Yummy Mummy? Or what's the new one? Is it Yummy Mummy or Fruit Bird?
No, there's
Either of
a
those
girl.
is
It's Carmela.
Caramel.
Yeah.
That one? Okay. So those are 2 of the old ones, and that one's... All right. I can't keep up with them. Anyway, next we have Lucky Charms versus Frankenberry, and Frank, you get to start this one.
Frankenberry's the strawberry one, right?
All right.
I gotta go with Lucky Charms, even though I'm not a huge fan of Lucky Charms, just because I can't stand.
I think the marshmallow to cereal ratio is better evenly laid out with Lucky Charms.
Freak 5 and Scotoma are
so I'm gonna
exiled
vote for
again, you
Lucky
sons of
Charms.
bitches.
Wow, this is the first
Stand
time
you
we
guys.
are all going to agree because I am also going with Lucky Charms. I think
Wow.
it's better. I think it tastes better than the 2 cereals.
Uh,
Like that. The marshmallows taste the same, but it's the cereal itself that tastes different. I just think the Frankenberry is kind of bland.
Matter of fact, Freak 5 and
And
Scotoma get
Lucky-
exiled times 10. How dare you, sons of bitches.
Wow, I gotta go see what he said. Let me see here. What did Freak do to get in trouble? Walking backwards away from the destination is fast.
How dare you, Breakman? Don't give him any airplay.
Walking. Wow.
Dare you.
Cool.
Sons of
Oh,
bitches.
cool. Can you
Exiled
moonwalk, Frank?
times 10. Fucking
Can
assholes.
you do the moonwalk, Frank?
How dare you, Breakman? Exiled, you son of a bitch. Moving on.
What's that?
Moving on.
Okay, I actually bought 2 cereals this week because I had a craving for another one that I really like, and it moved on as well, and that's Frosted Mini Wheats, which is going up against I think it's going to lose this one, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because Cinnamon Toast Crunch is really hard to sell to beat. It is just really, they pack on the sugar for you. They get you going. Yeah, it's like cocaine on in a bowl. Eric, you could start.
Let's see. I'm thinking. What were the choices again? I'm looking at this list and
Do you
Cinnamon
not,
Toast Crunch versus Frosted Mini
do you not
Wheats.
have the document in front of you,
no,
Eric?
I do, but maybe I have to refresh. Who knows?
Refreshing, it's going to be the same document.
Let's see.
Frosted Mini Wheats versus Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay. I am going to go Frosted Mini Wheats because I do love that cereal. Even though I think I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch too.
God,
And
this
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is one of the better cereals. It really is.
this is
Right.
this is really tough because I
this tiebreaker, yeah.
really like these cereals, man. Especially the Frosted Mini Wheats, like in the mini form with the frostedness, sugary goodness.
Yeah, because it's got that. It's like that. What do you call it? Like the sweet and savory type thing. Like the one side's
Yeah.
like the dry side, and the other side's sweet, and it's just it's a combination. It works.
And then
really
there's
well.
like a certain point, like with the Frosted Mini Wheats, where it gets just soggy enough to. I mean, oh god, oh man, that cereal's really good. But you know the one big advantage, other than they're both super tasty. I like both of these cereals, by the way. But the one advantage and this is an underrated aspect that you guys don't even talk about, is how the milk tastes after. When Cinnamon Toast Crunch sits in there for a little bit and, you know, you eat all the cereal and then you drink the milk afterwards, Most cereals you don't really want to drink the milk, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man, that milk tasting like sugary cinnamon goodness is fucking awesome.
I like that Quaker Oats cereal.
Quaker
Well,
Oats?
That's kind of like the mini wheats, but not. It's like a different grain.
I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna in a very slight edge because they're both pretty fantastic. I'm gonna take Cinnamon Toast Crunch just because the milk is fantastic when you drink it.
All right, fine. Okay, next we have Honey Nut Cheerios versus French Toast Crunch, and I believe that one starts with me, even though I'm not ready. So I'm moping.
I mean, Scotoma says it right here. Soggy Cinnamon Toast Crunch is still good. You know how many like cereals that when it gets soggy you're just like ugh, but not Cinnamon
It's
Toast
soup
Crunch.
at that
Man.
point.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch still tastes good, man. I don't care.
Like I said, it's crack in a bowl. It's cocaine. Like they just load that thing up with sugar
Yeah.
and cinnamon. Like they want you to just lick it and start bouncing off the walls.
one lick is all it takes, man.
Is,
So just imagine eating a whole bowl of
is
it.
honeycomb on this list at all? I don't think it
Honeycombs?
was.
Yeah, I think we did have that somewhere.
Yeah, honeycombs was on the list. I thought it moved on actually. Oh no!
It got killed by something. I can't remember.
Maybe it might not have been on the list. No,
Honeycombs? Honeycombs wasn't on the
Smacks.
list? Wow.
Like bunches of something or other.
What an egregious error. Maybe we should have like pit.
No, I can only have so many cereals. I
Yeah.
had it on the list.
Maybe
I
we
just
could do
You
a
put an outdated cereal like Fruit Brute on here.
maybe we could do like at the end when the champion goes up against like cereals we didn't include and see if it like holds up against all of them. That would be kind of
There's
cool.
a lot of like the alternate brands and stuff like that. So it's like Special K with fruit, Special K with banana, Special
Right.
K with chocolate, stuff like that.
Oh God, Sconema says I'm a rebel and use orange juice with my cereal to make it a complete breakfast.
Fuck milk, I'm just gonna throw orange juice in there.
Ugh. Can you imagine Cinnamon Toast Crunch and fucking orange juice? That would be so bitter. It's so gross.
Remember how bad it was if you'd eat a donut and then drink orange
Oh
juice?
God, so bad. Anything sugary and you drink like orange juice?
Orange juice,
Oh,
yeah.
bad. All right, what else we got?
I get to start this one out, and I actually really like Honey Nut Cheerios, even though I hate regular Cheerios because it's basically you need a bowl of sugar with your cereal to be edible. Honey Nut Cheerios is fucking good. Frank, you're next.
These are both pretty good cereals here. I'm gonna put Eric on the spot. I'm gonna pick French Toast Crunch just because, but I mean I could easily have went either way on this.
Yeah, Mrs. Breakman really likes the French Toast Crunch, so don't tell her otherwise.
I'm voting for Honey Nut Cheerios.
Nice.
Not a bad choice.
I do like it. What did I just do? Did I just screw up? What did I do? Where's the reverse not do that again button?
What did you do, man? Undo.
I deleted a line by accident. At least I can just undo. Thank God. Okay, next we have Magic Fruity Pebbles versus Corn Chex. Magic Fruity Pebbles has just had the benefit of going up against crap cereal, and I think so is Corn Chex. So, oh wait, I don't start this one. You do, Frank.
I'm going with Corn Chex, man. I can't stand Magic Fruity Pebbles, so Corn Chex all the way. I like Rice Chex and Corn Chex equally, even though you had to put a ton of sugar on both of them.
Eric?
If it had gone against anything else, I would have voted for Pebbles, but Corn Chex.
Corn Chex are okay if you put them in like
Trail
I
mix.
find-
trail mix or something like that.
I
Yeah.
like them
By
as cereal.
itself.
I actually do like them as cereal.
I would have voted for Magic Fruity Pebbles just because it turns your cereal. I wonder what it does if you don't. If it turns your tongue like a different color if you don't use it. If you don't. Put it in all of them. Anyway.
What does
Next.
it do to orange juice?
You like what I did here? All right, I'll fix it. Anyway. Next we have Poop Like a Champion versus Quisp. These two cereals you actually have to order online, and I don't think any of us have had any of them.
Yeah.
I am. For Eric, you start this one.
Well, to be
Poop. Poop
fair,
like a
there's
champ.
like 3 different versions of Poop Like a Champion versus one type of Quisp.
It's just whichever version of Poop Like a Champion you think sounds the best, I guess.
Uh,
To make it more fair, so it's a one-on-one.
I'll just vote for Poop Like a Champion because fuck it.
Yeah, just the name is so fucking cool. You have to go with Poop Like a
I am
Champion.
I am in full agreement, man. I'm looking at Poop Like a Champion like
I
the
pooped
greatest
today. Hashtag.
the greatest underdog to win a tournament. Dark horse, my dark horse candidate, ladies and gentlemen, Poop Like a Champion. So there you go.
I mean, I like living in a world where we have cereals named Poop Like a Champion.
Yeah, me too.
And then finally, we have Cocoa Puffs, which I was surprised is still on the shelf. Wait a minute. Was that Cocoa Puffs? Yeah, it was Cocoa Puffs. Versus Golden Grams, which I didn't even look for because they're fucking Golden Grams. I get to start this one out. Cocoa Puffs. I don't... Golden Grams is like taking a graham cracker, which is good, and then making it not as good.
It's kind of like the discount Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah. What about you? What isn't it bad? How about you, Frank?
Discount Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love it. That's a great way of putting it. It's Cocoa Puffs, man, because chocolate,
Okay.
you know.
Cocoa Puffs.
Discount.
I like that, man. Discount Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Right.
Whoa, man. Cocoa Puffs going up against Poop Like a Champion next week, man. That's a titanic matchup. And then you got Corn Check versus Honey Nut Cheerios.
Maybe I should go to Amazon and order a box of one of these things.
Well, the Poop Like a Champion is high in fiber. Like that's
Freak-
why they call it Poop Like a Champion. It's designed to make you poop, like a bran muffin type thing.
Freak 5 is Exile times 3. Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus Lucky Charms is a titanic match. We're down to the final 8, right? And then Trix versus Apple Jacks. Ooh, some juicy matchups for sure. I think we're going to come to the right conclusion. I don't think any of these cereals would be...
I'm surprised, looking at what's left. There's no... the big names like Frosted Flakes or Fruity Pebbles
Yeah.
or Fruit Loops, those are all gone.
Yeah, I know. There's still some big heavy hitters in there.
Yeah,
though.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charms are big names, yeah.
And Trix. Trix is a big name.
Well, Trix, I think, is lower than those two named, right? Like Apple Jacks. I think those are pretty even.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got some good matchups for next week. I think we might be in for some...
Poop Like a Champion, so is a high fiber versus Cocoa Puffs, which is probably going to make it poop too because it's all chocolate. So.
Right. Scotoma says the cereal could taste like actual poop, but will win because of the name. Exactly, Scotoma. That's what I'm saying. It's a dark horse just because of the name. Poop Like a Champion? How could you not vote for...
It's going up against Cocoa Puffs next week. I can tell you for a fact I'm voting for Cocoa Puffs. I'm just letting you know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You got to think about it, Breakman. Just think about it. You know, don't jump the gun. Like I said, Poop Like a Champion is... I mean, it's...
Yeah, but I've never had Poop Like a Champion, and I haven't liked Cocoa Puffs. So.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes...
They're basically tricks but chocolate.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess. I guess that's one way of looking
Little
at
round
it.
chocolate balls instead of fruit balls.
Chocolate salty balls?
Well,
All
I
right.
you guys fixed them.
All right. I think we
Please.
did a pretty good job so far. But we're down to the final 8, so I don't know. Maybe we'll finish it up next week. Maybe not. I know we have a couple weeks left in the month, but we'll see. But good so far, man. I like this. Only Poop Like a Champion is like a real dark horse. Every other one is like legitimate, could win this whole thing. You know what I mean? Like legit. I mean, look at Honey Nut Cheerios just, going there. Corn Chex, another one. I mean, these are legit cereals, man. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, Jesus, Trix, Apple Jacks. I mean, these are heavy hitters, man. I don't know, man. We'll see. Poop Like a Champion is the ringer, Scotoma says. See? So there you go, man. It might make a tournament history, Scotoma. The lowest seed. You know what you should do?
Funded candidate. Yeah.
You know what you should do, Breakman, for these tourneys going forward is like seed them, like underdogs versus like like number one seed. Just put next to their name like what seed they are, and just just for shits and giggles, man. All right.
I've got another one lined up for next month if we want to do it. Also, I did wanted to ask you that. Since next month is September, we know October's following, and you usually do like a horror themed thing. Are you doing a tournament this year?
For October?
Yeah.
I could do it for October for sure. I can do it. Yeah. We'll do a horror themed.
I had an idea if you didn't want to. I have an idea of what we could do.
What's your idea? And then I'll
best kill.
Ooh, I like it. I like that. We could do that.
Either best kill or best death, either one.
Maybe we'll collaborate on that one, Breakman, because I mean, I like horror movies in general, but I don't normally think of all the kills in all the movies.
And plus, they're like action movies with great kills too. Like
Ooh,
one of my favorites is Die Hard 2, the ice pick for the head.
Oh, that's a good one. Freak 5 says best Scream Queen tourney. We could do that too, man. That would be fantastic, man. I don't know. It's stuff to think about. We'll think about. I like best kill. We haven't done that. That one. So All right. Let's do our plugs. Breakman, plug away.
Best Scream Queen. See, I don't know all their names and stuff like that. That one might be harder for me. Going to this live. And did you want to know what we're gonna do next month, or do you want me to keep it a surprise?
Keep it a surprise till next week. We'll keep it in suspense till next week. Yeah.
Cool. Coming to us live, or what am I? What are we doing
Come
now?
to us live. He's so. That's the funniest shit ever, Breakman. Coming to us live from RPGrinders, it's Breakman. Your plug, sir.
It's time to go home.
Coming to us live.
Yeah, sir, get out.
Coming to us live. We're out of here.
You can follow me at RPGrinders on Twitter for I don't know how much long. I'm suspended for being a bad boy. I guess what was it called again? Bluebird or
Blue Sky?
Blue Sky. That's the new one. That'd be funny if they called it Bluebird, just kind of mock Twitter.
I know, that would have been even better. That would have been awesome. Of course, then Elon Musk would have probably sued them, and it's so stupid.
It failed because he seems to do that a lot.
Yeah. All right, what you got?
Billionaire State Rich is suing people.
Yeah, that's true. All right, anything else, Break?
Should I have something else?
No.
No.
All
Okay,
right.
then no.
Eric, anything you want to plug?
There's my written reviews, which are on BostonFasterBrigade.com. And then there's the audio reviews I do for the show. And the most recent one I did is Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That review's finally up. Right, stop begging me for it now.
Coming to us live from the chat room.
And if you like either of those things, there's a link to my Patreon in my Twitter profile, which is at EricRPG, or my Blue Sky profile, which is also at EricRPG. Or just ericrpg.bluesky.social.
Yeah.
B-Sky, not Blue Sky.
Yeah.
But here's the link to my Patreon if you just want to skip all of that and you're in the chat room right now.
Yeah, Eric does really good reviews. You check out his review of Tears of the Kingdom on the feed. That's rpgrinders.podbean.com. And it's really good. So
if you want to give me as little as $1 per month or whatever, however much you feel like you can, that'd help me out.
Yeah.
I have to be 18. God.
You have to be 18. Have to be 18 or older to be on Eric's Patreon. I wonder what that entails, Eric.
It's because I used one of the explicit tags because I was reviewing a Senran Kagura review, not understanding they think I covered pornographic material. So now I'm stuck with it.
Yeah.
That's funny though.
Patreon's retarded.
Yeah. All right. You can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. You can follow my other channel, Mexican Longhair, on YouTube. What else? You can find me on any of the systems, RPGrinders. What else? Oh, check out Heart of Stone on Netflix. I think it's worth a watch. It's a decent action movie. Gal Gadot is as hot as ever. She's actually pretty good in the movie. And it's got a pretty good little mid movie twist, which is highly unusual to see in most movies. So, it's nothing super extraordinary, but it's a fun time. You'll have fun watching it. It's pretty good, pretty decent movie, even though second half is a little predictable. But it deals with AI and some other crazy government shit. So if you like James Bond movies, then you'll like it. It's pretty, it's action. All right. Anyways, I think that's about. Most people would disagree with you, Breakman. They would say Linda Carter, but Gal Gadot is super hot, no doubt. Okay. Do you guys have?
Be wrong, by the way. Just saying.
I agree with you, Break. I think Gal Gadot's one of the most beautiful women to ever live, but just me. But
No, I'm with you.
all right. You guys have anything else?
Mm,
No.
No. Okay.
stay safe.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, we're out. Later, everybody. You know what I just realized, chat and guys? You know what I realized? That's just to hit me right now. Yes, no, maybe so.
What?
Wait,
What?
I thought you were gonna tell us.
Well, I thought you guys might give me a lead in, but
Oh, I didn't know you were expecting to lead in. You usually just you don't usually let us talk. That's why I interrupt you a lot.
Shut up, Breakman. How dare you, son of a bitch. How dare you, exile. I realize that RPGrinders has the greatest theme song of any podcast in human history.
Stolen theme song.
No, it's not stolen. It's actually a fucking different version, you son of a bitch. How dare you? Son of a bitch, Eric. Everybody's a son of a bitch today, man. Fuck you all.
No, everybody is exiled today.
Everybody's exiled.
Even
Except for
me?
Jen. No, not you, Bernie.
Okay.
And except for you and Jen.
Okay.
Everybody else, son of a
All
bitch.
X chromosomes are exiled.
Hey, everybody in chat, thank you so much. Even the lurkers like 01 Ella, 01 Olivia, 7B Valette. Ah ha 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 ha. That's just how it's written. Commander Rude, David 3, CETQD, Dropsnat, Kata, Paula Aragui, Sam Skio, Seedlosk, VL Mercy, and of course everybody in the chat itself, Jen Wow, Skodoma, and our good friend Freak5. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. See you guys next week.